What's up, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free Major League Baseball home run prop show for Friday, July 7th, 2023. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Smash that thumbs up. It helps us out a ton. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, including my daily $19 best bet, head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. But let's get to the home run prop action for Friday. We're going to get to today's action momentarily. We want to do a recap. We did have a decent day yesterday. Didn't have a ton of home run prop winners, but we managed to get some money back. We had a couple of them. But again, I think yesterday is sort of an example of why I give out this disclaimer at the beginning of every video. You know, these plays are very high risk, high reward, these home run props. They are not plays that I recommend anybody dump their whole bankroll into. They are just plays to have some fun money on the side, just some pizza money or some coffee money, just for some side action. You don't have to play every single game that I give out here, every single play I give out here. These are just the angles that I'm looking at, the plays that I'm probably going to have a couple of bucks on Friday. But any plays that you do take from here, I just recommend playing straight up. I know some people, though, do like to parlay these home run props. So what I recommend is anybody that's going to parlay these home run props, if you have a parlay that's 3 legs or more, check out a round robin. Yes, it's going to make the price of the bet a little bit more, but it's going to give you a safety net in case one of the legs gets busted up. How many times have all of us had that 3-leg parlay that's just come 1 leg short? And unfortunately, because we didn't have a safety net, we didn't get paid on any of it. But, if you're a $5, just for example, if you're a $5 bettor, you put $5 on the 3-leg parlay, and then what you would do is you would put $5 on each combination of 2 of those 3-leg parlays. So if you have Ohtani, Judge, and Rizzo, you'd put $5 on Ohtani and Judge, $5 on Ohtani and Rizzo, and $5 on Judge and Rizzo. That way, if one of those guys doesn't come in, you still get paid on 2. And hey, if all 3 of them come in, well, you get paid on the 3-leg parlay and each leg of the 2 legs. So for an extra $15, it gives you that safety net, and still could get paid on something. But let's get into the recap of the plays that we did give on Thursday that came through for us. Like I said, only a couple, but we did hit Nolan Arenado at plus 480. He came through for us, as well as Francisco Alvarez homering in his 3rd straight game at plus 500. A nice payday on that one. But we're going to get into Friday's action. We move on, we move forward, and let me know in the comment section. I love interacting with you guys. So do you like the angles that I took on some of these games? Do you not like the angles? Like I said, let me know. If you have player props of your own, hey, those are great too, because sometimes I take a look at the comment section and put some of the a couple bucks on some of the props that you guys give out, because some of those have been absolute fire. But I ask, if everyone's going to do that, please drop them in there before the games start. If they're not in there before the games start, they don't help anybody. We're trying to beat the books as a team here at Pickdawgz. One team, one goal, and that goal every single day is to get us paid, whether it's sides, money lines, totals, spreads, player props, you name it. The goal is the same, and that goal is to get you some money, and we are going to do that with these home run props on Friday. So let's get into it. We're going to start this match with thanks, Francisco. We had you yesterday. You helped us out. Now let's get into Friday's action. We're going to go with, first off, Matt Chapman for the Jays against the Tigers here. He's got 4 extra base hits with a pair of home runs in the last week against right-handed pitching with a .286 batting average. Alex Faedo making his return to the Tigers lineup. Hasn't been great. He's allowed a decent amount of hard contact this season. So give me Matt Chapman for a home run at plus 380. I'm also going to look at Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at plus 370. He's hitting .261 with a pair of home runs, and the majority of Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s home runs this season have come on the road, in fact. So give me Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for a homer at plus 370. For the Tigers on the other side, I'm going to go with Spencer Torkelson at plus 390. He's hitting .417 with a home run and a pair of extra base hits in the last week against righties. Now, Alek Manoah, once viewed as the Jays' ace coming into the season, fell on hard times. He was bounced from the lineup. He's had a lot of rough outings, and I'm sure he'll be fine. And I think this will start on Friday. But if anyone's going to welcome him back with a not so warm welcome, it's going to be Torkelson. He's got an 11.8% barrel rate. Manoah allowing a 9.1% barrel rate in Major League action this year. So give me Spencer Torkelson for a homer at plus 390. I'm also going to look at Kerry Carpenter for a home run at plus 480. He's hitting .300 with a home run in the last week against right-handed pitching. So give me Kerry Carpenter at plus 480. Now, again, I think we have fallen into a spot where you could just spray home run props with the Braves and watch something come in. Ozzie Albies, 4 home runs in the last week against righties with a .364 average. Matt Olson, Ronald Acuna Jr., Sean Murphy, all, homering fairly often as of late themselves. All have batting averages over 400 in the last week against righties. Now Tyler Glass now starting for the for the Rays here. Solid arm, but he's given up his fair share of hard contact. 6 home runs in his last 7 starts this season, including a home run in 5 of those 7. So I would look at a lot of Braves there. I'm also going to look at a couple of Tampa Bay Rays. I do want to look at Luke Raley, but I couldn't find a price on Raley at the time this video is being recorded. But I'm taking a swing on him. Charlie Morton, he has been much better on the road for the Braves this season, which is not something we're used to seeing from him in his career. He's allowed just 1 home run on the road. But Raley, a .389 batting average, 3 home runs, 5 extra base hits versus righties in the last week. So I would take Luke Raley if you can find a price on him. A lot of times when I give him out on the home run prop show, there hasn't been a graphic. It gets released later on in the day. But once you catch that price later in the day, we're usually having some success with Luke Raley. But one play that I do have a price on is Randy Arozarena for a home run at plus 510. I think he's prepping for the home run derby here. He's hitting 300 with a pair of home runs against righties in the last week. So give me Randy Arozarena at plus 510. Now for the New York Yankees against the Chicago Cubs, I'm going to look at Anthony Volpe for a home run here at plus 480. He's hitting 318 with a pair of home runs in the last week against right-handed pitching. Jameson Taillon goes against his former team here. He's been a shell of the pitcher that had a breakout season with the Yankees in 2022. He's allowed a home run in 5 straight starts, 8 over that stretch. So I'm going to take Anthony Volpe for a home run at plus 480. I'm also going to look at Giancarlo Stanton at plus 310. He's hitting 268 with a pair of extra base hits in the last week against righties. I just like Stanton's bat here against Taillon, so I'm going to go with Giancarlo Stanton at plus 310, and I will circle back to Giancarlo Stanton in a second. But I'm also going to go with Dansby Swanson for a homer at plus 475, hitting 333 with a home run in the last 2 weeks against lefties. Carlos Rodon making his 2023 debut here, and if anyone welcomes him back, I think it's going to be Swanson, so give me Dansby Swanson for a homer at plus 475. Now, normally I save this for later on in the show, but Giancarlo Stanton's graphic was a perfect example for me of the benefit of using the betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Plays. Obviously, the purpose of this show is to give you guys some free winners via home run props, but it's also to highlight what those betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Plays can do for you. Take Giancarlo Stanton's slide, for example, right? You look at Giancarlo Stanton, you want to know what his props are. Well, this is what the betting tools will do for you. Not only do they show you the best player prop, they show you the prop and how often it hits, whether it's a 5-game size, 10-game size, or all games this season. They also show you which book is giving you the best possible price. Now, why is that important? Well, if you're not a customer with that book that's giving you the best price, you can sign up, get the bonus offer that comes with a new sign up, and you also get to play that price with that bonus while also adding to your advantage over the book, which is your ability to shop lines and find the best possible number. And that's what these betting tools do. You can see here, one book is giving you the best possible price for a home run, for over-under on total hits and total RBIs, while another is giving you the best price on his total bases. The betting tools scour these odds for you, and they find you the best possible price. There's also other tools on there. If you like betting, hot and cold streaks, there's a streaks tool. If you like betting parlays, there's parlay builders. There's profitable teams, profitable angles you could look at, just different ways, different tools that you could use to make money. And I could do a show every day just picking out winners based on that. But I honestly think with everybody having different betting strategies and how they like to pick games, it's honestly just the best way. If you head on over to Pickdawgz Sports Chat Plays and check out these betting tools for yourselves, I promise you won't regret it. But let's get back into the home run prop action. We're going to pretty much go straight through from here on out. We're going to go with the next one's going to be in this Rangers matchup. We're going to go with Corey Seager for a homer at plus 300. He's hitting .524 with a home run, 4 extra base hits in the last week against right-handed pitching. Now, Trevor Williams getting the start for the Nationals. He's allowed a home run in 6 of his last 7 starts, 9 home runs total in that stretch. He's also giving up an 11% barrel rate this season, while Seager, one of the highest barrel rates on the Rangers. So give me Corey Seager for a home run at plus 300. I'm also going to look at Adolis Garcia at plus 270. He's got 5 extra base hits against right-handed pitching with a pair of home runs in the last 7 days. So give me Adolis Garcia at plus 270. I'm also looking at Leody Taveras and Jonah Heim for Texas as well. Now, I really wanted to make plays in this Guardians and Royals matchup, but if you've been watching the home run prop show, you know I normally struggle with the Guardians trying to figure out home run props with them. But Daniel Lynch has an ERA just under 9 in his last 5 starts against the Guardians. On the other side, though, you got Aaron Savali, who's allowed 4 home runs in back-to-back starts against Kansas City. I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section if you've got any plays in this Guardians-Royals matchup. But let's get back to the matchup between the Astros and the Mariners here. And I'm going to go with Kyle Tucker for a home run at plus 500. Now, Luis Castillo has not been pitching like the ace that the Mariners traded the farm for last season. He's given up 9 home runs in his last 5 starts with a pair of home runs allowed in 4 of those 5 outings. Now, Kyle Tucker hit a home run in the first meeting against the Mariners this season. And he's hitting 400 with a pair of home runs in the last week against right-handed pitching. So I'm going to go with Kyle Tucker for a home run at plus 500. I'm also going to go with Yainer Diaz for a home run at plus 525. He's hitting 361 with a pair of homers against righties in the last week. So I'm going to take Yainer Diaz for a homer at plus 525. J.P. Crawford for the Mariners, the next play here at plus 650. He's hitting 375 with a pair of home runs in the last week against righties. Now, Hunter Brown starting for the Astros here. He's been solid, but he's allowed 6 home runs in his last 7 starts. I think if the Mariners get him, Crawford in fine form right now, we're getting great value with him to take a shot here at plus 650. So I'm going to ride it. Give me J.P. Crawford at plus 650. I'm also going to take Eugenio Suarez at plus 650 as well. He's hitting 3 home runs, 5 extra base hits in the last week with a 333 batting average against right-handed pitching. So give me Eugenio Suarez at plus 650. For the Cardinals and White Sox matchup, I really wanted to take a look at some home runs in that game. As even with decent numbers, I'm just not a huge Jordan Montgomery fan. I really never have been. I don't know if I ever will be. Maybe Luis Robert or Eloy Jimenez there. But I'm also struggling with the Cardinals, who've been inconsistent. But so is Dylan Cease. For the White Sox, I can see the Cardinals hitting a couple off of him. But nothing really stands out for me to be fully confident in this matchup. What do you guys think in this game? Like I said, let me know in the comment section below if you're on this Cardinals-White Sox matchup. But we'll go to the matchup between the Twins and the Orioles. And I'm going to roll with Byron Buxton here at plus 310. He's hitting 294 with a pair of home runs in the last couple of weeks against left-handed pitching. Now, Cole Irvin, he hasn't allowed a whole lot in terms of home runs this season, but a lot of that work came at home. And the last time we saw Irvin on the road, he gave up 3 home runs to the Chicago Cubs. So give me Byron Buxton for a homer at plus 310. Switching gears, I'm going to go to the Baltimore Orioles and Gunnar Henderson at plus 425. He's hitting 241 with a pair of home runs in the last week against right-handed pitching. Now, Bailey Ober, he hasn't allowed a ton of home runs, but his last 2 home starts, he gave up a pair of home runs in each. And Gunnar Henderson, I think, could be a benefactor of that here. So give me Gunnar Henderson at plus 425. I'm also going to look at Adley Rutschman at plus 650. He's hitting 345 with a home run and 3 extra base hits in the last week against righties. So I'm going to take Adley Rutschman for a homer at plus 650. I'm also going to go with Ryan O'Hearn at plus 410, like Rutschman, hitting 333 with a home run and 3 extra base hits in the last week against righties. So I'll take Ryan O'Hearn for a home run at plus 410. Now, I also really want to play on this Reds matchup against Corbin Burnes. Hasn't been sharp at home, an ERA just over 4. Nothing strong enough to be official plays here. I do lean towards Tyler Stevenson, who has a 467 batting average and a pair of home runs against righties in the last week. The other name that really kind of stood out for me, again, not enough to make it an official play. Maybe I'll sprinkle a couple of bucks on it throughout the day if I feel a little bit more strongly about it, is Elly De La Cruz. He's got the element of mystery here. He's never faced Corbin Burnes. Granted, Corbin Burnes has never faced him either. But De La Cruz is a dangerous bat. He's got a dangerous set of tools. And I think he could potentially get Corbin Burnes here. But again, with no history between the two, it's a bit of a toss-up there. Jonathan India, Joey Votto each have a pair of homers against righties in the last week as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm really interested in this game because, like I said, I really like the Reds, but I don't know about nothing really stood out for me. Like I said, strong enough to make an official home run prop play in this one. But we do have a couple more games to look at here, and one that I'm really keying in on is this Mets and Padres matchup. The Mets, obviously, out of nowhere, seemingly finding some offense, and a lot of it's been sparked by Francisco Alvarez. And I'm going to go back to him here. I'm going to go at plus 550. Yu Darvish hasn't allowed a ton by way of home runs in recent outings, but Alvarez has homered in 3 straight games. He's hitting 333 in the last week against right-handed pitching. He's just hitting way too well to go against here. You can see he's got a home run in 4 of his last 5 games. So give me Francisco Alvarez at plus 550. I'm also going to look at Pete Alonso for a home run at plus 360. I think we're going to start seeing home run derby prep here from Alonso as well. Pair of home runs, 3 extra base hits in the last week against righties. So give me Pete Alonso for a homer at plus 360. I'm also going to look at Francisco Lindor for a homer at plus 480. He's hitting 381 with a pair of home runs, 5 extra base hits in the last week against right-handed pitching. So take Francisco Lindor for a homer. I might sprinkle something on a triple for Lindor as well. Just a gut feeling for me in that one. Just an Easter egg for you. If you guys have made it this far, you can normally get a decent price on to hit a triple specifically. So I might put a couple bucks on that as well. I'm also leaning towards Brandon Nimmo, who does have 3 home runs against righties in the last week, but the batting average is dropping, now sitting at 190 in the last week against righties. So just a lean from me on Brandon Nimmo there. For the San Diego Padres, going to go with Manny Machado at plus 430. He's hitting 348 with 3 home runs in the last week against right-handed pitching. Now, Justin Verlander, first ballot Hall of Famer without question, but he's been up and down to start his Mets tenure, and he's been far less effective on the road this season. So give me Manny Machado for a homer at plus 430. I'm also going to look at Xander Bogaerts for a home run at plus 950. This is a great value, our longest shot on the board. He's hitting 340 with a pair of home runs and 3 extra base hits in the last week against right-handed pitching. So I'll take Xander Bogaerts for a homer at plus 950. I'm also going to look at Trent Grisham for a homer at plus 550. I see 267 with a pair of home runs, 3 extra base hits in the last week against righties. So I'll take Trent Grisham for a homer at plus 550. I'm also going to look at, I'm also leaning towards Fernando Tatis Jr. and Juan Soto, who are both hitting 320 or better versus righties in the last week, but nothing strong enough for me to give either of them out officially here. But again, maybe throughout the day, if you guys feel strongly about it or sort of improve on the confidence in it throughout the day, well, maybe worth a couple bucks. But last game of the day, we're going to go to this Dodgers matchup against the Angels, and we're going to go with Mookie Betts for a homer at plus 370. I know I said I was almost done with Mookie Betts, but old habits, they die hard, don't they? He's hitting 462 with 3 home runs, 10 extra base hits in the last week against right-handed pitching. Griffin Canning, he's given up a home run in 6 of his last 7 starts, 7 total home runs over that span. So give me Mookie Betts for a homer at plus 370. And I'm also looking at Max Muncy for a home run at plus 310. He hit one yesterday. And while I don't base this pick solely based on that, I think he's going to start picking it up a little bit. He's hit a home run in 2 of his last 5 games. And in the last week, he's hitting 269 with a pair of home runs as well. So give me Max Muncy to close things out at plus 310. But let's do a quick recap of the plays that we did give out for Friday's action. And sorry, I don't know why I went full screen on myself there, but hey, face like this, I got nothing. I was going to say, oh man, you know what, never mind. I'm not even going to touch out a 10-foot pole. I'm going to let people, I'm probably going to get roasted in the comments for that, but that's okay. We're going to go with Matt Chapman for a home run for the Blue Jays at plus 380. Also got Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at plus 370 for the Blue Jays. For the Tigers, Spencer Torkelson at plus 390 and Kerry Carpenter at plus 480. Again, I think you have a spot where you can spray some home runs on the Braves in that game against the Rays. Tune back to the early part of the home run prop show for my thoughts on that game. But I also like Luke Raley. Again, couldn't find a price on him, but if you get a price on Luke Raley, he is an official play for me for the Tampa Bay Rays, as well as Randy Arozarena at plus 510. For the New York Yankees, you're going to go with Anthony Volpe at plus 480. Giancarlo Stanton at plus 310. And Dansby Swanson for the Cubs at plus 475. For the Rangers, Corey Seager at plus 300. And Adolis Garcia at plus 270. Also looking at Leody Taveras and Jonah Heim as well. For the Astros, Kyle Tucker at plus 500. And Yainer Diaz at plus 525. For the Mariners, J.P. Crawford at plus 650. And Eugenio Suarez at plus 650 as well. For the Minnesota Twins, Byron Buxton at plus 310. Gunnar Henderson for the Orioles at plus 425. Also for the Orioles, Adley Rutschman at plus 650. And Ryan O'Hearn at plus 410. For the Mets, Francisco Alvarez at plus 550. Pete Alonso at plus 360. Francisco Lindor at plus 480. And for the Padres, Manny Machado at plus 430. Xander Bogaerts at plus 950. Trent Grisham at plus 550. And a pair of Dodgers to round it out, Mookie Betts at plus 370. And Max Muncy at plus 310. But thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. Close to 135,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. Couldn't have done it without your guys' love and support. So thank you so much for that. If you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Smash that thumbs up. It helps us out a ton. If you're looking for my best bets, again, you remember you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. Also, make sure you have notifications turned on so you can be the first to be in the know when the newest content drops here at Pickdawgz. Don't always have the luxury of all evening baseball like we do on Friday. Saturday, we're going to have some afternoon action, so I'm going to try to get this video out much earlier for you guys on Saturday. Just sometimes I can't. I have to wait for some late information or some prices to even come out, so I have something to give you. But again, a lot of the information came out late for me on Friday, so we'll hopefully have that for you on for Saturday morning show. But again, if you have the notifications on, you get notified as soon as this content drops, and you get those plays in, get the best possible number. Also, I can't stress this enough to everyone. Check out the betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place. They are there for you to use. They are 100% free. You're not going to find betting tools like this anywhere. And even if you find anything remotely close, you're not going to find anything like that for 100% free like what we're giving you here at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place. Promise you guys are going to make a ton of money. A lot of people already have. Don't wait any longer. Make sure you go over and check them out. But thank you so much for watching. Again, appreciate you guys. Let's crush the books on Friday and head into the weekend strong.